pounds in the UFC welterweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, a freestyle fighter holding a professional record, 17 wins, 4 losses. He stands 5 feet 11 and 1/2 inches tall, weighing in at 169 and 1/2 pounds. Fighting out of Epping, Victoria, Australia, Jake the Celtic Kid Matthews. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, an undefeated mixed martial artist holding a perfect professional record, 13 wins, no losses. He stands 5 feet 10 inches tall, weighing in at 170 and 1/2 pounds. Fighting out of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, Sean Brady. And when the action begins, our referee in charge, Chris Ione.
Sean Brady, former CFFC welterweight champion, looks up to George St. Pierre a great deal. Thank you, Luciana Andrade, and sort of would like his career to go the way St. Pierre's did. Now, it's easy for a lot of guys to say that, but 13-0 is a pretty damn good start. Sean Brady, minus 220, the favorite tonight. Jake Matthews comes back at plus 180. Brady in black, Matthews in green, and we are underway.
Fingers.
Paul Felder says Sean Brady is the strongest kid he has ever trained with. Looks pretty well built.
Yeah, thick guy, a little shorter than Matthews. Matthews looks good up at 170 though. Like Joe said, the kid got a little bit thicker, you know, so it's harder to make the weight, but he's not a kid anymore, right? He started as a kid at 19.
Crazy.
It's easy to get to those weights whenever you're younger. So he's at the right weight class for himself, but he's got a big order in front of Brady tonight.
Quick hands from Jake Matthews early. Oh, nice land by Sean Brady.
Little check left hook there.
And despite Paul Felder's best efforts, Brady has not adopted that brick house nickname just yet. He's trying.
He keeps trying.
Nice jab from Matthews.
Matthews taking advantage of that height and reach advantage, utilizing it well, keeping Brady on the outside of those punches.
Beautiful rip to the body by Matthews.
But Brady's dangerous.
Prelims continue next on ESPN at 8 p.m. Eastern. In the featured bout, former title holder Dominic Cruz takes on the young upstart Casey Kenny, plus the return of perennial flyweight contender Joseph Benavidez. It is yours coming up next on ESPN.
Good defense by Matthews, backing up, and I like how he's using his left hand, DC.
Yeah, you got to be careful if you're Brady, right? When he throws those extended combinations, Matthews tries to slide out of range and then throw the left hand. Beautiful left body shot there by Matthews.
Yeah, he's popping with that jab. He's throwing a good left hook as well. And then he tried to come over the top there with the right hand, just barely missed.
I think in Matthews' last fight against Diego Sanchez, we saw all of his skills, right? He was able to display the wrestling, the grappling, the striking. Everything good.
Knockdown for Jake Matthews.
But this is a bad situation for him to have Brady on top of him here.
You see, that's one of those things, right? Whenever you get somebody where you think they might be hurt, they go to their knees on the shot, you jump guillotine, and you go to your back. Now you end up in a position where Brady's almost got him in side control.
Well, he has the neck, but
that doesn't hurt.
He doesn't have his hands connected.
And that doesn't hurt as much, right? When a guy's got you in a guillotine and you're in side control, it's really not that much danger. Matthews needs to reset, because right here, all he's doing is just blowing his arms out.
Well, not only that, the Von Flu is available if he keeps holding on to the neck.
And I believe Sean Brady has been opened up a little bit, seeing some blood down there. Under 2 minutes here to go round one.
I think you're right, John. I think that's coming from Brady. But he's on top now, and his jiu-jitsu game is very strong. Super tight, and he has a nasty one-arm guillotine. And that's what he used in the fight against Aguilera. But he can do everything off of his back, off of the top position rather. He's just a crushing top game fighter. Yep. I mean, he's great off his back too. Make no mistake about it. But on top, this kid is just suffocating.
He's just very slow, and everything's real tight, right?
Yes.
No big movements to allow you to escape and explode out. Everything's very calm, patient. Look at how he's just walking Matthews over to the side.
He's looking for the neck for sure. He keeps trying to grab a hold of his chin, and now he's rotating him into a position where he can get that forearm under the chin better.
Well, he's trying to trick Matthews into going to his knees.
Yeah.
Right. He gives him space on his right side, in order hoping that Matthews goes to his knees to try to build up. Then he'll jump on that guillotine choke.
Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belts on both sides here. Matthews under Carlos Vieira. Oh, heavy fists.
Yeah, and short position there too. You know, not a lot of room, and he's still popping those off with a lot of power. Now he's grabbing the chin again, and notice how he does this. He holds onto the chin and weasels his hand underneath it there. This is a bad situation for Matthews.
If he gets past that left leg through, it's a real bad situation.
Yeah, his right leg is trapped right now, and if he can get that, left leg rather, that left leg, if he can get it through and over to the top to mount.
Yeah, then you start to crush. Then you start to crush your opponent down with your hips and arch your back into that choke. Obviously, Matthews fought it off, but he should use this as a learning lesson to not take position over submission, right? Because look at what happened to him.
Coming your way.
Second round, boys. Here we go.
Later tonight. All right, round two here. Matthews in green, Brady in black. Judges don't always reward ground control, but Brady had plenty of it there in round one.
You got to reward that kind of ground control.
With you.
Because he was threatening. And Matthews got a taste of that ground game, and expect him to try to keep this fight standing now.
You see Brady respects the power of Matthews, because generally Brady fights with a more forward pressing pace, where he wants to be right in your face, making you work the whole time and using his cardio as a weapon. But he felt the pressure of Matthews and is a little more reserved in his approach to try to get to Jake.
Matthews doing a great job of leading with that left hand and coming over the top of the left shoulder with his right hand. He did it again there.
Yeah, that's nasty.
He's got really good timing with that right hand.
Trevor Whitman, what are you seeing on the feet, my man?
Joe, you're right. That double jab, when he doubles it up, he hides the right hand. He gets his feet in close enough to throw a really good right hand. But when it comes to Sean Brady, I think Sean can catch him with a left hook coming in, because every time Jake Matthews is coming in, he's dropping that right hand. I see that left hook there all the time. I do think Sean should put it to the ground, though. He controlled him on the ground.
Yeah, he's certainly looking for that left hook, Trevor.
And that jab is hiding it, though. It's very hard to do it against someone that doubles their jab up.
Oh, there's the shot.
Beautiful level change there by Brady. Kept his feet moving, ran right through the finish. Great job.
Now, let's see what Matthews does differently here. I would like to see more urgency from him and getting out of these positions and getting back up to his feet. The control that Brady had of him in the first round indicates to me there's a difference in the levels of their ground game. I know they're both black belts in the ground, but I think Sean Brady he's on another level.
Yeah, it's just a little difference in the control, right? Both guys are black belts, but Brady seems to have better top control. Now, if Matthews was on top, it may look very similar.
Right.
He just hasn't had that opportunity in order to be the guy dictating and controlling the grappling exchanges.
It just didn't look like Matthews was in any danger of submitting him off of his back, and it didn't look like he was sweeping him either. In danger of sweeping him, rather. It looked like he was just surviving.
Yes.
And now he's moving to the back. This is not good for Matthews.
Oh, he's got to take Matthews is going to have to take a chance. Joe, he's got to take a chance in order to get back to his feet, because there's no way Brady's going to just allow him to work up slowly.
No, Brady's laced up those legs again. And he's looking for that neck. Look, he's putting heavy pressure on the head, making him carry that weight. Oh, he's trying to get his hands clasped together. The kid has a nasty squeeze, and you can see him constantly looking for it. Those guys that can get those one-arm guillotines, there's not a whole lot of dudes who pull that off. And when a guy gets that, you know his guillotine is on a totally different level.
Absolutely, and a lot of people We are taught guillotines in a certain way, right? Brady's trying to attack the guillotine from the top. He's trying to attack it from the feet. He's just one of those guys. Remember Uriah Faber had a fantastic guillotine. Chad Mendez, all those alpha male guys, they would jump on the neck in any position. I feel like Sean Brady's the same type of fighter.
Yeah, I think you're right. You look at how this is obviously a go-to move for him.
Yes.
Because he keeps wrapping up that neck. And more important than anything, he's putting Matthews in a defensive position. Matthews, when he feels that arm around his neck, knows he's in deep trouble.
Watch here, Joe. When Matthews starts to build his base, Brady will go to a guillotine or some type of choke. Matthews will then have to go flat and reset. He doesn't continue with his defense. See that right here?
Yeah.
He goes guillotine. Matthews is going to have to try to go back flat to restart to kill the threat.
He's going under the chin again. And look how he uses his lat, DC. See how he uses his lat? He uses that almost like as another arm. Matthews has gone to a completely defensive position here.
He has to.
Yes.
Because if he tries to go too forward, if he tries to give too much and trying to escape, Brady's going to jump on his neck and try to get the submission. He's too good in this one position. Now, if you're Matthews here, maybe give your back. Maybe go to your knees and give your back in order to try to get back to your feet. Because right now, what you're doing isn't working.
Well, he just gave up his back,
now
whether he liked it or not.
Big shots
not there to
here.
I mean, you got to give your back as you're standing.
Yeah, he's got to roll over into mount here.
Yeah.
At least he's trying to hold on to an arm and stop down these rain of punches.
And time's running short.
Brady is strong.
Man, if you're Brady, you're getting a takedown as soon as possible.
So Sean Brady at his suffocating best there. And all right, third and final round here. Daniel Kelly, UFC veteran, doing his best to keep Jake Matthews mentally in this fight after a very difficult round two.
Very difficult. And if you're Brady, you want to try to get Matthews to sit on something so you can change levels and go and get another takedown.
And you see Matthews listening to his corner, lowering his base a little bit, trying not to be so upright. And he's doing very well on his feet. He's got good hands. You see him controlling the action. And if he can keep him at a distance and utilize that reach advantage. But, you know, the problem is at this point, he's probably got to score a knockout.
Yes.
Or some sort of a submission.
And it wouldn't be out of the realm of possibility under the new scoring language for one of those three judges to have given Brady a 10-8 in round two.
That's that left hook Trevor was talking about. Trevor spoke about the left hook earlier when he talked. He said left hook is presenting itself for Brady, and that one just landed, dropped Matthews to a knee.
But I'm admiring the patience of Brady. He dropped him, but didn't jump all over him. He saw him drop to a knee, clearly stung him, but just goes right back to his technique. Not trying to rush anything.
You want to see that in young fighters, Joe. Guys that are making their way up the rankings, trying to make an imprint on their division. Brady looks like a legit welterweight that's going to cause a lot of problems for a lot of fighters going forward.
Nice right hand there from Jake Matthews. Certainly has had a lot of moments on the feet.
Oh,
Look
he
at
bit
that.
on that hard.
Yep, because he had to.
Yep.
He had to. And now he finds himself right in that guillotine. Look for Brady to chase the back here. Once he gets him, look, there it is. Once he gets him thinking guillotine choke, he'll just chase the back.
Controlling that right leg of Matthews.
You know, when as wrestlers,
That's
they
it.
tell us not to put the leg over.
Look at this one, though. He's got the right arm, the left arm rather, trapped as well. This is terrible for Matthews. Oh, my goodness.
Matthews needs to let the leg go or take it over his head. If Matthews is able, nope, it's on now. Now he has to try to defend. He's got to roll, Joe.
Brady continuing to soften Matthews up with heavy shots on the ground under 3 minutes to decide this one.
You know, John, it comes to the point where it's like the best of the worst possible situation. Right. Where you either got to give up your back, go to your back, give him mount, just get out of the position that's getting you battered and bruised.
I just think once Brady gets a hold of him, he doesn't have a lot of options.
No.
I think Brady's just
Smothering.
too strong, too technical.
He's wiping him out, which is crazy. You thought this was a much closer fight when you saw this on paper, but right now Sean Brady is showing that he is one of the most I mean, the best prospects at this weight class for sure.
He's certainly one of the more unique and exciting ones. And as you said earlier, legit, meaning he doesn't have any holes. It's all in. He's got composure. He's got aggression. He's fully committed to his training.
Great cardio.
Super disciplined. Great cardio.
And he's beaten a Jake Matthews tonight who came in on an absolute roll.
Yeah.
Look at him keep catching that far side wristle. He just man, that's,
Arm triangle.
Yep, arm triangle.
Left leg is trapped, but you know what? Some guys can pull it
tight.
off.
That's tight.
Some guys can pull it off even with the leg trap.
Oh, you hear the
that's
sword.
it.
There's the tap. 14-0 for Sean Brady. He submits Jake Matthews in round